What's
You
up?
know?
Good evening,
One
everybody.
of these
I
days, you
still
gotta play
can,
that footage with us dancing and just have us rock out.
right, and welcome back to another episode of the Derp State. We got a great episode lined up for you tonight. I am fresh off my trip to Philadelphia. Thank you guys, whoever tuned in last night for my live stream, where I was able to give out more information as to what the plan for the future is. I had to deal with a lot of hate. I'm used to getting hate from the right, and I'm used to being an outsider. But just watching people that barely know me turn on me like they're my, you know what I mean, like they've known me for years is kind of disconcerting. But at the same time, like I said, they don't know me. And just like I told Chairman Paul, anybody who truly knows me, like when I told Mike and James this is the decision I made, they're like, "Yeah, that makes sense." You know what I mean? Anybody who knows me knows I can. Yeah, that when I commit to something, I'm pretty intense about it. So we got a lot of work to do, and a lot of information coming in the next few months. Yeah. So James, just to get you up to speed on my trip, had an amazing time. Got to go on patrol. Got to see the Black Lions interact with the cops, which was
Yeah, so
quite the experience. You know what I mean? And I got to learn a lot. I got actually sit down with Chairman Paul and have a good conversation about like setting expectations, what he expects from me. And I believe, like I said yesterday, we talked about the title of chairman. It's an elected position, so it just felt awkward be calling myself the chairman. So we've agreed on organizer. So that's what I'm going to be doing, organizing this. And then once we start chapters, we'll have an election, and then whoever, I'm hoping to find way more qualified people than myself to do this. You know what I'm saying? I want people like veterans. I would love veterans to step up with combat experience, because the core people, like we're going to start chapters. I've decided in the same cities that there are already pre-existing Black Lion Party chapters, because I feel it is extremely important for all of our members to go on these patrols, to walk shoulder to shoulder, to help with the food drives, to help with the community events, anything like that. And that way, you're also going to learn just exactly how disciplined and how trained they are. Way more trained and disciplined than any ICE agent I've ever seen a video of. That I can promise you. And a lot of people might think I'm nuts, but I'm going to show you some videos today. Like I told everybody yesterday how I got from point A to point B, from starting a podcast to being an activist, thinking that peaceful protesting was the way, to seeing people get shot in the face. That'll change you.
yeah, I was
It
gonna say
should
that.
change you. It should change you. I keep telling everybody, I'm radicalized by common decency, dude. I want love, peace, unity, community, what I mean? Housing for everybody, food for everybody, healthcare for everybody. Like, but we're deemed as the evil ones. You know what I mean? What kind of world? Well, obviously, we know what kind of world we live in. It's run by disgusting billionaire, devil worshiping, baby
Pedophiles,
eating pedophiles. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. And I can't believe it's real. Still cannot believe it's real.
yeah.
So, yeah. How you doing, James? How was your weekend?
I'm still wrapping my head around that. I mean, every day there's new people getting outed. None of them, fortunately, are Weird Al or Keanu Reeves. They're safe. Okay, let's continue to worship them. They are our idols. Danny
Yeah.
DeVito, he's got to be in there too. But yeah, this is uh,
Yeah, because it's
this,
not just politicians that are famous people. It's
yeah,
famous people, athletes, musicians.
moguls.
Like this wasn't
Yep, authors.
apparently a normal thing that these rich people do.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
and I saw a
crazy.
really disturbing. Keep in mind, this is just conjecture, but I saw, because remember we saw that photo of Epstein Island. They had the dental chair. It's like, what in the fuck is going on there? And then someone said, "Oh yeah, that's probably so they could remove the
Hold
teeth
it,
from the children, so they wouldn't
so they
bite them."
can't bite. That
Yeah,
is, yeah.
that's
As a matter of fact, somebody. It's funny you say that. Somebody sent me a video
uh-huh.
about that on Instagram just before the show. That
Yeah,
is
that.
truly disturbing.
So hearing that put me into a bit of a homicidal rage.
A little bit. A
But
little bit.
this should. this is again the thing that we cannot let the Democrats off the hook on, because yes, they're doing the right things. The Pam Bondi hearing was excellent. Like, I was expecting to be the usual Democrat, mealy mouth bullshit where they would pull their punches like they always do. But no, they actually went for the jugular. And look how fucking effective I swore again. Look how friggin' effective it was. Pam Bondi looked like a complete amateur. She was the one looking absolutely batshit insane.
She sounded crazy.
Yeah, and I was watching. I'm like, holy crap! The Democrats can actually do politics. They actually can. They can do all the politicking.
Did you see the picture they showed that she had in her binder, where it showed the search history of everybody that was going into the Epstein files? Like,
well, she also apparently had a burn book, so that instead of answering the question, she would just pull up a file and, like, I don't remember who was on the committee, but like Jerry Nadler, blah blah blah, Jamie Raskin, whomever. And so I did a clip of that. I dubbed it with the audio voice. I was like, I swear to God, I had something for this. Wait, I got some. No, wait, I actually have something for this. I just dubbed it over like with a notebook. But yeah, the fact, again, we can get the Democrats to do something, but unfortunately, they are not leaders. We have to lead them, and we have to push them, just like we're going to have to keep pushing them on Israel. Same with the billionaire tax, who Gavin Newsom is now against, and F Gavin Newsom for life. He never Newsom. That's me.
He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. I do not trust him. To me, he's just a younger Donald Trump. He's a con man.
Exactly. They're the Patrick Batemans of politics. Okay, they're going to put on their mask in public, and then behind closed doors, they're stabbing fucking Palestinian babies. Like, that's who these people are. So we just have to keep pushing the Democrats to get this version of the Democrats at those hearings is the version that can win the midterms.
Right. And I actually was talking about this yesterday. Like, if we're really going to call these people Nazis, why are we not treating them accordingly? Like, we know what the Nazis did, and we're seeing history repeat itself, only now it's worse because they're actually like eating and raping children.
Yeah, it's insane.
Why are we not crashing out on a daily basis? I walk outside and everybody's just acting like this is normal. It bothers me. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. I have a good clip of Pam Bondi, but I also want to go over. I have some exclusive footage because apparently I'm the only one with enough nuts to go down to Philadelphia and do this. I've been asking other people to come down. Nobody seems to want to do it. But anyway, I have some great clips and some great pictures from Philly. Here's me in the bodega. Oh, nice. We were out to eat lunch at there was a nice halal place down the street. This was from when we went on patrol at night.
Jesus, they're packing.
You want to talk about empowering, though, bro? You want to talk about empowering?
Yeah.
Walking down the street, people seeing you walk down the street and thanking you. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
They literally say thank you. We feel a lot safer now.
Tears in their eyes. I said, thank you, Jamie Baker, for being here with the Black Lives Party.
But I'm not kidding. It was the weirdest thing, just seeing people go, oh my God. Like, they would react, obviously, because a bunch of us, just walking down the street with guns. Yeah. Obviously, that gets a reaction. But the overall overwhelming sentiment was, oh, thank you for doing this. It was truly amazing. So, on patrol again, and they don't go anywhere on the streets without.
What gun is that one that he's got on the left? I don't recognize that model.
That was a 300. I think that was the 300, or it's an 300 black rounds. I think a shot. I can't remember. Yeah, in the halal place. Good food, by the way. Really good food.
Jesus, could you imagine serving them though? Somebody comes up to the counter, is like, "Hey, can I get 2 number 4s and a number 5?" And you're like, "Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you want. Whatever you want."
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're known in the neighborhood.
That's good.
So when they walk in, the guy that owns the place is like, "Hey, how you doing?" Gives you a 10% discount. My dude Jay on the left, dude, I love that guy. He's an amazing kid.
Yeah, and that goes so far when the community knows each other, like these folks. Because then, how many friggin' Karens could you imagine? Running, if they were to go into a Target and they get a Karen, like, oh my God, black person with gun, call 911. So it's so good that they know the community, and then that they don't have to worry about that kind of nonsense.
Right. They are not feared among the community. They are loved among the community. And I mean, I was there again every Friday. They hand out food and clothes and diapers and bottles of water, and just right on the side of the street. You know what I mean? I've helped to move the boxes myself. It's quite an amazing experience to see actual community action. And it works. I have proof that it works because we actually encountered the Popo 50, the pigs, while on patrol.
This is the one you uploaded, right? Because I want to make sure.
This is the one of the ones that we uploaded. First, I'll play this. We can add it to the stage and talk at the same time. This is what it's like walking down the street on patrol. And everything that is happening here is 100% per our constitutional rights. But people are not used to seeing people legally exercise their Second Amendment rights.
Is the guy in the middle packing a shotgun and an AK? Jesus.
Oh, they don't. Bro, they don't mess around. They don't mess around at all. But that's the thing. The show of force is important because I feel like we've gone too long joking around about this, like the costumes. And like I said, it was all fun and games for a while, but when people start getting murdered in the streets, things got to change. And that's why I felt this was the appropriate next step. Listen.
Yeah, they see him.
Oh, I got the volume down. Let me turn it back up. You can actually hear people thanking them.
Right. Yeah, they don't do that stuff.
You gotta protect our open, right?
That's the guy back there, right? Yep.
I got this on my Meta glasses. The Meta glasses were an excellent investment, by the way. This is the traffic stop here. I have better footage of that actually.
How did the traffic stop come about? Like, how did you guys find it? Did you just happen to be in the neighborhood?
It just happened to be in the neighborhood. Anytime cops are in the neighborhood, they are out there making sure they're not doing anything, suspect.
Right.
As they, somebody's got to do it, and they're stepping up. I have a lot of respect for what they do. I've spent about 6 days down there now. I'm going back March 5th through the 10th. If you're in New Jersey and Philadelphia and you want to meet up with me and see what this is all about, if you're going to start chapters, you will have to come to Philly and meet Chairman Paul. Period. No exceptions. Okay. This is not a club that you can join. Okay. And the people, what's going to happen is you're going to be a chapter leader. Then you're going to have to go through the training. There's a lot of training. There's arms training, hand-to-hand combat training. There's educational material you're going to have to get used to, ideology that you may have to adjust to, and the rules are strict. Okay. It's very militant. It really is. But like I said, the discipline is next level. I was in the military and I haven't seen discipline like this. It's truly something to behold if you were actually willing to go down and see it for yourselves.
Let's dive into this. Is a really good comment here. Pardon my ignorance, but how can we tell the difference between good guys and bad guys I've never owned? That's a really good question. Probably the biggest difference is because the good guys are not going to be shooting at you or trying to throw you to the ground. That's probably the first clue, right? And if you see anyone wearing ice or mask, if you see someone wearing ice or any kind of pig identifying uniform, you're probably endangered. That's just the general rule. I don't mean condescending, Cecilia. I'm just saying, like, legitimately, if you are not getting shot at or punched or thrown to the ground or being asked for your papers, those are probably the good guys that are not doing that.
Yeah, and we don't cover our faces either. You know what I mean? So a lot of ice, even, they're just cowards. But I even felt, because there was like 5 degrees the first time I went down a couple weeks ago, and I had brought like a neck gaiter, not even thinking. So I'm out there recording and filming with this thing around my nose, and I'm like, I look like a fucking ICE agent right now. So white people got to be careful how they dress right now when it comes to these kinds of things. You know what I mean? So the good guys are gonna like that. Like, we just walk with our guns. It's not like we're chasing anybody. They're not pointing them at anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know how to really answer that question, how to tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, I think it would be pretty simple anymore.
The bad guys will typically be bull rushing you, smashing in your windows.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about, obviously, they're not government agents. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's kind of easy to spot a Fed or a cop. I don't know. It's just me, though. My history. I'm dealing with the fucking cops. Oh, sorry. I keep cursing, too. I got to stop doing that. Let me go back to the patrol footage. This is the police encounter. This is the one we uploaded. This is intense. This is something that was not something I ever thought I'd see. or witness firsthand, but it also was one of the most empowering moments. And we got the guy out of his traffic ticket just by being there. All right, so first it was one cop. We just stood there, staring at him. But the cop wouldn't get out of her car. And then 3 other cops showed up, and then they finally got out of the car, and they just completely ignored us, asked the guy a couple questions, and then eventually left all pissed off. It was, again, it's hard to explain. That's why I want people, if you want to be members, you got to experience this firsthand, okay? Because our job as the White Lion Party is to walk in solidarity and support community efforts of the Black Lion Party. Like, we're not our own thing. We are created specifically for white people to support the Black Lion Party. You know what I'm saying? So we follow their lead. Is very important. If we don't do it correctly, the message is going to get washed, and people are going to be doing random stuff in our name, and it's just going to be a disaster. So that's why we're going fast as possible, but at the same time, we got to be careful how we build this. The solid foundation is the key to everything, and that's what we're doing. And I've been getting a lot of emails from everybody, and I've responded to most of them. Finally, man, I got a lot of emails. I spent like 2 hours responding to emails today. Not everybody's expected to walk the streets armed. Okay, that's going to be chapter leaders, and then the chapter leaders are responsible for finding 6 people below them. It's going to be like your Pride Alliance, men and women. Okay, this is not just for men. If you're a woman and you are willing to be on the front lines and carry and lead, you know what I mean? Women can be chapter leaders too. It's not, this is all about, unity, complete and 100%. That's all this is about. So if you're willing to do it, but again, you have to be willing to lead, put yourself in a very dangerous position, because this is obviously not for the faint of heart. And then you're going to have 6 people below you that you can trust. But we're going to have a multi-layered effort, obviously, because logistics is the most important thing to winning any war. 80% of a war is logistics and planning and execution. Okay. The actual battle is very little to do with any war. So we have to make sure we have all that stuff in place. And I'm doing it as quickly as possible. But right now it's just me. But I've been meeting some amazing people, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a decent infrastructure. We already have a spot secured in Philadelphia. It's a community area that we can get to have meetings and stuff to discuss these things. And I'll be back and forth to Philly a lot until I'm able to actually relocate there. I really want to relocate to put some distance between my family, because right now I have my 82-year-old mother and my son here, and I have dogs and stuff. And like, I've had people drive by my house. I've been doxxed. I've had people send pictures of my house to me. And I've actually had to pull my gun on somebody this past year, or was this year, I think it was the end of last year. Somebody who kept messing with me. So I'm very isolated here. I don't have a lot of people that I trust here, maybe just a couple, and they're not down for what I'm doing. I mean, they're down for what I'm doing, but my one buddy's like in his 60s. He can't physically do this anymore. You know what I mean? But he's supportive. But again, I need to put some distance between me and my family, because I understand the target that's painted on my back right now. I get it. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. You know what I mean? So, yeah, a lot's going to happen, man. I have so many ideas, but we got to make sure we take our time and do everything correctly.
Well, I want to talk to you more about that, because this is the problem with liberals' idea of what they're trying to do now in the Senate is they want to allow ICE to continue operations just with a slightly lower budget, or with body cameras, or no longer wearing masks, must provide identification to the judicial warrant, blah, 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 blah. That's the same fucking shit we've been doing with the pigs over and over and over. And look at where it got us. This kind of doxing, this kind of harassment, this kind of terrorist intimidation is allowed, because that is what our white supremacist society has allowed. If Jeremy to go right now to the FBI and report all these crimes that are happening to him, they do nothing. If he went to his local PD and reported it, they do nothing.
What is got arrested for reporting it?
Exactly. See, what is the fucking point? Only because the person he's, complaining about is the son of the fucking sheriff or some shit. Because this entire society is so fucking corrupt from top down. And that is absolutely why we need to abolish ICE and defund the police, because they don't do anything for us.
The police now they're an extension of ICE. They are helping ICE. That's why I put that in the title. I mean, we got to realize that we are on our own. All we have is community
Yes.
right now. Our government has abandoned us. Our military has abandoned us. And the cops are helping ICE.
And
even in a sanctuary state like Minnesota, the fraternity
California.
or fraternal police was like, yep, we stand with ICE.
Yep. And
okay, all we have is this.
Abolished. Yeah.
Right.
And same thing with everything we're seeing with ICE, with tear gassing people unprovoked, smashing in windows unprovoked, banging open doors without warrants, shooting people in the back while it's on camera. All of this shit is stuff that the police have been doing for decades, if not centuries. So you cannot you cannot say, whoa, man, my eyes are open. I'm so woke, bro. We got to abolish ICE. If you don't also feel the same way about the police, because the way the police operate now is not sustainable. We need something completely, radically different, starting with community organizations. And this has been done in places like Chicago, New York, where there are intervention services where people within the community talk to troubled teens or people going through hard times, and they prevent those crimes from happening. Okay. They are the precogs from Minority Report, but without actually hurting anyone. That's what these folks do.
Yeah.
And that is the kind of policing that we need to have, not the shit that we have now.
Yeah, because I'm literally a target right now because most of the cops in my area got a real big argument to the point where I almost got arrested for calling the cops. The cop was such a dick that I ended up starting, when I get angry, I don't give a shit if you're a cop or not. Told him to get the F off my property. I'll call 911 again and get some of you who gives a shit. Right. He's like, I should arrest you. Oh my God, I went nuclear.
On my property, when I'm armed,
I was like, I called you.
Yeah.
What are you going to arrest me for? Giving you an attitude? Like, see, that's the thing. The cops are mostly white, and white cops overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. Okay, they're just mad they don't work for ICE because ICE makes more money than them, probably.
And when we say overwhelmingly, we mean overwhelmingly, like with a hard W for white. Okay.
Yeah. So it is a problem. It's a problem, and all this is controlled by a Nazi regime, as far as I'm concerned. So,
which is funded
anyway,
by
I didn't even play this. Yeah. Did I play the video?
No, not yet. We got sidetracked.
I did get sidetracked. All right. So anyway, here's the police encounter. This is great.
It's okay. Just camera now.
So right now it's just the one. They won't get out of the car.
Hey, there we are.
There's the second one.
Oh, I see. So
right. Oh, here we go.
So they're waiting for backup before they got out the car.
Yep.
Coward behavior.
It's because we're here.
The guy in the truck thanked us afterwards. It was
How did that unit get? Why is that unit there? They're double parked. They come in after this, or have they been?
He's a supervisor, I believe, with the white shirt.
So he came in after that. Jeez, they got 4 cars there.
Yeah, 4 cop cars now. They didn't even acknowledge us. They just did their thing, and now watch them leave all pissed off. It's hilarious.
Did the folks there? Did they say anything to the cops or to the driver? Pulled over.
Chairman Paul don't give a fuck.
They letting you go, right? Yeah, letting you go.
Hell yeah.
Power of the people, they letting you go.
All power.
Highlight bulb. The dad off the menu.
He does. Group.
He's making fun of the supervisor.
What's really enlightening to see there is all these guys are heavily armed, and you can tell their presence is enough. They don't need to fucking, puff their chest out or anything. They can just simply stand there. There's no need, and they keep it chill. There's no escalation. You could even see when the guy was, when that cop car swerved over and nearly hit people illegally like that. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Hey, you gotta teach these guys how to drive. This ain't how it's done." Like, there's no escalation. There's no violence or intimidation or harassment in the voice.
Like I said, this is not.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's just so important. If you are packing, you have to remember that the gun is the last resort. You got to have your escalation ladder, and you got to know how to respond appropriately. If someone is coming up and from across not coming up, but someone's yelling at you from across the street, you don't pull out your gun. That's dumb. Okay. Mm-hmm. What you do is you either walk away or you heckle back, and then that's it. But if you escalate, and then if someone, again, even if someone comes up and shoves you, Pulling a gun at that point, that's pretty iffy. I wouldn't recommend it. You have to really be in fear for your life. That is the last resort.
Right.
Run
If you're
first
gonna-
and second.
Right. If you're going to take a life, like you really got to. I feel like the decision to take lives these days is just taken for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we've gotten so numb to watching people just get executed in the streets and kidnapped and shit like that. It's just, I don't know, man. But yeah, it's an empowering feeling standing right across from the cops legally,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do shit.
Well, the other thing I was going to say is
shit.
this is a great example of kind of a de-arrest in a way.
Mhm.
So I'm saying this for educational purposes, should there be feds watching. But basically, a de-arrest in these terms is where the police have illegally detained someone and they're trying to kidnap them and to take them to jail or to wherever, right? To black bag and what have you. So in a lot of circumstances, what happens is the community starts pulling up. There's rapid response networks. The person that's being kidnapped by the pigs, and the people will slowly surround them, outnumber them overwhelmingly, and just chant or shout or make as much fucking noise as possible. And there have been instances where this has been successful, and the person who is about to be kidnapped is allowed to leave, and then the crowd disperses when the pigs leave as well. So the pigs.
And Chairman Paul, when the first time I was down there and he was talking about how, like, when Alex Preddy got killed, he was alone. I mean, he was with people, but essentially, you know, he was by himself. There was nobody there with him. He was
he wasn't in a buddy system. Yeah,
part of a group, right? Imagine just by that example, a show of force, how effective it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an armed movement. It is not a nonviolent movement, but it's not a movement about violence. It's a movement about defense, properly reacting to the situation we're presented with. If this shit wasn't going on, this wouldn't be necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are a necessary. We are necessary right now, like groups like us.
Yeah, and it says a lot to Alex Preddy's character is that even when his life was in mortal danger, he still didn't go for the gun. Because if I remember right, he was pepper sprayed, so he wouldn't be able to know. He wouldn't be able to
reach for his gun.
Yeah, he never reached for his gun. But even if he was pepper sprayed, if he had, he'd put more people at risk that way because he's not going to be able to see. He might hit a bystander on accident. Also, even if he aims at the target, what's behind the target? Are there other people that could be in danger behind the target? So at no point did he reach for his gun, and he handled that way more responsibly than these fucking ICE agents did. And any Democrat is going to run on allowing ICE to continue operating, and allow these say, oh, well, we need to open up a new chapter. We need to let the Nazis run free. No, fuck that. Any Democrat that wants to run on that platform can be lined up with the fucking Nazis that they love so much at Nuremberg.
I agree. Thank you, James, for that
Absolutely.
very colorful explanation.
I will say it every time. I need my own campaign. I want my stump speech. Oops, I'm knocking my camera over.
Oh, you're good. You're good. But no, this is why we need large groups that are willing to use a show of force. Okay, you saw how effective it was. The cops did not mess with us. They left because they know they couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? But showing up, we can be intimidating too. I think that's the problem, is we are looked at as the people that wear costumes and make signs and sing silly chants and stuff like that. They're not taking us serious. Well, imagine if we all just showed up like that and just stood there. I
do want to join in on that because I absolutely understand. Yes, it's diversity of tactics, right? So this is very effective. We need more of this as well. But let's not let the folks look at how many people were inspired by Portland Frog, right? That's when everybody started going.
No, I agree. I agree.
Bigger. And that is a hugely effective tool to fight fascism, is where you do this kind of cartoonishly hyperbolic silliness, and then they look like the morons for trying to tear gas a dude in a fucking frog suit. So we need.
I agree. Now I think you're right. I was kind of dogging on peaceful protesting for a while there, but I feel like you're right. It is still necessary, but I also feel like this is also an additional layer that needs to be added to it.
100%.
So yes, there needs to be peaceful protests, but they also need to know that these guys are fucking serious.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We can't just be throwing rubber dicks. We cannot just be making signs and costumes.
See, that makes me laugh.
Safety in numbers, exactly.
Like, what a great,
you know what I mean?
I thought that was
funny. It is funny. I get it. But at the same time, we got to step it up. Man. We got to apply some heat.
We got a moron. There needs to be a better way to distinguish between the good illegals and the bad ones, and just use force against the bad ones.
No, don't use force against any of them, dipshit.
That's not how this works. Okay, using force is the last resort. The illegal ones are the MAGA mob. Okay, the people in the red fucking hats, and even then, you can't just show up and start spraying, praying. That's fucking wrong. Don't do that.
Right.
But if you are at home and your life is in danger, that changes everything. So that's probably a good way to show who's the illegal ones. I don't even know what this comment is supposed to be in reference to. This is silly. These people.
Yeah, it is what it is. But just so we're clear, I'll play a video of how ICE agents are treating people.
If we came to your neighborhood, I live right here.
Let me hold up. I gotta remove this one first, and then back in there.
How would you feel if you were taking people from the fucking streets? Huh? Don't point that gun on me. I'm not doing nothing. Don't point that fucking gun at me, bitch.
Put
that gun on the ground. Put that gun on the ground.
Yeah, pepper ball gun.
Shit to you motherfucker.
He doesn't even know how to get out of the fucking car. What in the hell are they doing?
Going after people that are working.
Fucking bitches. Take your fucking mask off. Take your mask off. Don't fucking point spray at me. I'm not doing shit to you.
None of this is illegal. Like, there's no reason to be attacked at this point. Yelling at somebody and hurting their feelings.
The illegal shit right here is being done by the pigs.
Right, they're being attacked because of the color of their skin, period. That's it. Those are not criminals.
You guys are fucking bitches, all of you.
I bet you they don't have a warrant either.
Pussy.
Right. They probably just were driving around, saw two Latino dudes doing yard work, and decided, hey, we can meet our quota. And here's the thing that...
Go ahead.
Here's the thing you need to understand. They have a quota.
Yes, they do, like 3,000 a day.
ICE agents have a quota. If they don't meet that quota, they don't get their bonus, which they still haven't gotten. But yeah, they have a quota. What do you think racist Nazis are going to do if they're told, hey, you have to bring in this many people a day? They're just going to start grabbing people. Because we all know Oath Keepers, 3%ers, Proud Boys, like every single KKK, they all work for ICE. You know what I mean? You want to talk about criminals? ICE agents with criminal records are now feds. ICE agents with history of being in hate groups.
Yep.
Now have federal immunity. That's crazy.
And the simple fact is that the people that have been in ICE and CBP have a higher rate of criminal offenses than immigrants. And this is friggin' insane because, like you said, the ICE agents and whomever else have qualified immunity. You know how difficult it is to win a case against a pig with qualified immunity, and they still are more of a danger to the community than undocumented immigrants. That's insane. I mean, just look at what those guys were doing there. They didn't even take like basic karate 101. Did you see? They didn't know what to do. Like if you see
7 days of training.
Yeah, if you look at actual pigs, to their to their credit, whatever, the pigs do have techniques that they know how to get people to the ground. These guys are just like grabbing. It's like, oh, like they're trying to climb a fucking ladder. Just, oh, just give me your shirt. Give me your wrist. They didn't know what they were doing. And again, this is what I'm talking about with diversity of tactics. I don't know what the gun laws are in that area, but maybe open carry is banned, in which this is a very effective example of what a DRS could look like. Did those folks get away? Did they get away, or how did that situation end?
I believe they ended up taking them into custody. Actually, I can't remember. I think they might have gotten away. I honestly don't remember.
But either way,
the fact that you're just,
But either way,
take people off the streets.
But let's take it all. Let's take both scenarios, right? So this is let's say they did get away. This is an effective example of a DRS. And I have seen other footage like this where they've done exactly this. There's like 2 ICE agents kidnapping someone, like 5 to 10 people in the crowd, heckling them. Eventually they let them go and they drive off. Okay. Then let's take it the other way. They managed to successfully kidnap these people, right? But you delayed them. You slowed them down. So those folks taken mean that takes less time, gives less time for them to go kidnap other people. It is all about just throwing sand in the fucking gears sometimes. So diversity of tactics.
Yeah, we need every bit of this, I believe now, including what we're doing with the Black Lion Party. Like I said, we have to add another layer of intensity to this. But just so we're clear, the Senate hearing that you were referring to, they were questioning whether being a legal observer is against the law or or being a domestic terrorist? And the answer is no. It's not
Absolutely.
against the law. You can yell profanities at ICE agents.
Yes, you
That
can.
is not against the law. It is their First Amendment right. And you are allowed to record any federal officers, government agents, or anything like that that are doing shady shit in public.
And if them
Okay.
heckling, getting heckled and shouted at distracts them and then they can't do their job, well, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just not the right job for you. Did you think about quitting?
Right.
Is that
Well,
fucking
that's why I gave my body cam to the comrades down in Philadelphia, because I told them, when you're on patrol, man, it's good to have a handy. When I'm there, I'll help recording and stuff like that because I got my glasses and all that stuff. But while you're on patrol, in case anything pops off, you want to have, make sure you got something recorded or something like that for legal purposes. So, but here it is. It's no. You can yell all you want, and you can record all you want, and you can follow all you want. That is perfectly legal.
With Alexander Preddy, he's filming in the middle of the street. We see two women that are, as you watch the video, job boning, complaining, protesting, yelling, maybe not being nice.
And he's a Republican
here,
too.
Let's keep the video
Rand Paul
stopped.
Libertarian.
And so my question to Mr. Scott first is yelling at ICE officers or Border Patrol, is that a form of domestic assault on the officers?
No, sir.
Mr. Lyons?
No, sir, it's not.
And is filming of ICE or Border Patrol either an assault or a crime in any way, Mr. Scott?
No, sir.
Mr. Lyons?
No, sir.
Let's roll. Go ahead.
Okay, so in that case,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, in that case, because I've seen so many people get attacked just by holding up their phones.
Yeah.
So I keep telling people, be smart how you record things. There are so many ways, so many different kinds of recording devices you can buy: body cams, glasses. Just we got to be smarter about it, more tactical.
Yeah, and don't let them.
But obviously, they're right. You know what I mean? But it's still
run away. It's that simple. Run away, come back. Make them tired. Make them work off the fucking donuts they ate that morning,
So, but I want to show you proof that obviously we all know ICE is threatening legal observers. I have one where an ICE agent actually threatens to kill somebody. But the first one here is ICE just saying, you're obstructing. First of all, if I'm behind you, I'm not obstructing shit. I'm following. It's a totally different thing. You can still go forward.
Yeah,
okay.
Would be in front.
There is no obstruction. I don't think you guys understand the dictionary term or the dictionary definition of it. But here you go.
You're harassing us. My name is. I'm telling you right now, it'll be the first time and the last time that I tell you this. You continue to follow us, I'm gonna fucking put hands on you, arrest you, and take you in. Let's go.
You can't. That's our.
Test me. Please test me.
What else do you want to tell?
You're not just standing around, just watching. All right, you are impeding. You understand that concept?
Why are you scared of us?
No one's scared of you. I'm letting you know what's gonna happen.
Don't find years detect an accent from those two people.
Oh, yeah.
Could potentially be kidnapped were they not in uniform. Wow.
Yeah.
What in the
ICE
fuck
threatening women, this seems to be a trend. I tell women, be careful, man. If you're going to be doing this legal observing stuff, be careful. They have no problem. He even told her, I'll put hands on you. I feel sorry for that guy's wife.
Am I wrong, though, or did they have an accent, both those guys?
Yeah.
An accent that might make Stephen Miller pissed off, would we say? An accent that maybe, just maybe, Elon Musk might target if they worked at one of his factories?
Probably. That's the crazy part. Watching Latino people work for ICE, it's mind-blowing. But anyway, here's another one interaction where ICE actually threatens to kill a man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. And you're white? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, brainwashed fucking loser. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, he censored himself there.
I'm fucking angry. Just wait. Eventually, we're going to be done with every one of you. And you'll see my fucking face. Capture, get your fucking camera. Get your fucking camera. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Move on. Yeah. I'm dead? I'm dead? Okay. Anytime. Useless.
ICE agent just says, you are dead. And people wonder why I'm taking this step. It's like, duh. Why isn't everybody else? Is my question.
And yet
People
again,
acting like I'm the irrational one.
No, you are. You're not.
Freaking nuts.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like what I'm doing is completely the appropriate reaction to the situation.
Absolutely.
I am not sorry. I'm not. And nothing in my gut tells me I'm doing something wrong. Nothing. And I have very good instincts.
And that is the kind of conduct that, again, the Democrats are saying, oh, sure, but they need money and you pay us money, so we're going to give them the money. No, absolutely fucking not. Abolish ICE in Nuremberg is the floor. We are not going lower than the floor.
Somebody made a post, I think it was on Instagram, where they said the amount of money they're spending on buying concentration camps, like warehouses and stuff, they could actually house every single American.
Yeah, I saw that one too. And that's
so
correct.
Instead of giving people homes, we're building concentration camps where people are going to die. Dude, do you think they're honestly going to spend the money to deport or feed or take care of their medical needs? God damn it, man. Adolf Hitler, I always tell people this, it took 9 years from the time Adolf Hitler took power to the time he started gas the Jews in gas chambers.
Yeah.
By the millions.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are we going to do something now? Or are we going to be the country that in 10 years from now, we find out, oh my God, yes, all these millions, which could be tens of millions, because obviously population's a lot higher now. We could be seeing 10 years from now, we could see tens of millions of people dead on United States soil as a result of all of this.
And there is,
I just feel like we're not mad enough. I truly feel like we're not angry enough.
It would help if the Democrats would also get mad, because at the end of the day, they are people that some of their constituents look towards in terms of leadership, in terms of which way we should be directing our thoughts, what we should be looking at to form our opinions. And still too many fucking Democrats. There's more Republicans that are currently to the left of the Democratic Party on ICE than the establishment. Schumer, Jeffries, Kane, I believe Captain Mark Kelly as well. Those folks are not in favor of abolishing ICE. They are not our friends. Mark Kelly, just 2 weeks ago, voted to appoint a Trump judge. Listen to me, Democrats. Do you understand what in the fuck is happening? These people are voting with everything that's going on. They're just like, oh, wait, which one is the no button? Oh, I hit yes. Oh, shucks. Darn it. Guess it's going to be a MAGA judge. No, fuck these people. Any fucking Democrat that ever does shit like this needs to be lined up with the same fucking Nazis in Nuremberg. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, and I'll say it twice on Sunday. Every fucking day that ends in Y, I will fucking say it.
Man, you've been holding this in. I don't know if we'll ever get James to stop cursing.
Could anyone have that kind of mindset, seeing what's happening right now, and think, you know what? In good faith, I will give them the yes, so that then they can return the favor. What fucking favor you think they're going to give, Kelly? They're already trying to take away your fucking pension. Are you trying to do a quid pro quo here? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
And all over the Democratic Party is not the left. They are not progressives at all. They are center right. Okay, we have the extreme right wing, and then we have the center right Democrats. They're all paid off by the same country with a blue and white flag that we can't say. We all know who it is. Okay, there is only a handful of Democrats that are not taking money from them. Okay, they all have the same agenda. Okay, and it's that country first before ours. That is their priority. Walk the halls of Congress if you don't believe me. Like, people doubt me. I've been in the halls of Congress last year, and you will see that goddamn flag everywhere. It pisses me off. I'm sorry, I can't say how I really feel. But yeah, it's disturbing. It's truly disturbing. Our government is not run by itself. Okay, nope. It's been given orders.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Being told what to do.
Donald Trump is run by the Heritage Foundation, and Stephen Miller and all those people, Tom Homan, they run the show behind the scenes. And then you have the Democrats just pretending like they're on our side when they know in back of their head they're going to vote the other way. I feel like it's performative to give us false hope.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Re-election and shit like that. Like, I want all these people out. If you've taken a dime, I know right now we need the lesser of the evils, but honestly, I feel like voting is important. Sometimes I feel like voting is our only power. But at this point, do you honestly think that they're going to give up power this November, lose the
No.
House and Senate? It would immediately lead to impeachments and prison for everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? Do you honestly think they went through all this trouble? Because the Heritage Foundation's been around since the 80s. They've been trying for 40 years now to pull this off. Do you honestly think they're going to spend decades on working on this plan just to give it up? And their way to cheat the election is in Project 2025. They have all this planned out already. So
they've been saying it. They're going to dispatch ICE and others to the polling stations. And if people aren't radicalized enough to fight ICE right now, they are not going to be radicalized enough to fight ICE at the polling stations later.
Right, because ICE will be at polling stations in only blue states. I guarantee that. I guarantee they're not going to send them to like Kentucky or Georgia or North Carolina or something like that. You know what I mean?
And then the red states are going to be only the blue places, like Fulton County, right? Other places.
Right. They even said it.
Blue. Yeah, they said it.
Christy Noem even said it. We got to make sure the right people vote.
Yep, exactly. That is their goal.
It even rhymes with white. You know what I'm saying? Like she basically just said it. That's what they want. They just want the white people to vote.
Ooh, Katz has a good one here. This is how we can. This is how we can pronounce it. Is real.
Is real.
So we can just say that.
I like that. That's.
I don't
clever.
like that we're being run by is real.
I just have to
sure
pause
emphasize the
there.
space. And
just we'll pause. We're good. Yeah. All right. But speaking of, I mean, there was some pushback, and we'll play Pam Bondi's meltdown because it was absolutely epic.
Oh my god.
This lady's got issues, man.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
Yeah, take your time, Pammy.
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
I answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people.
How many
but
have
I'm
you
going to
indicted?
answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
The time belongs.
I think it's very interesting.
My time.
I think it's very interesting.
You can
that
reclaim
he
your
talks
time.
about they
Jim
indicted.
Jordan's just
The
laughing.
president said they indicted him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock and restore his time.
Okay, here we go with these
Committee will be in order.
theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentleman from New York.
See, they think it's a joke. They don't care, man.
But
This
when
is
you
all
ask a
performative.
question, the witness gets to
was-
answer. You may not like the answer, but she
Right.
gets to
The
answer.
question was, how many of Epstein's...
They don't like the answer, Chairman,
my time.
because it's honest.
Reclaiming
So he asked a
Reclaiming my
4-minute
time.
question.
Restore 45
and
seconds,
I
Mr.
am
Nadler,
going
please,
to
Mr. Chairman.
Answer.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaiming-
Not on
Yeah,
our
whoever that
time.
is.
No way.
Reclaiming-
And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I
anything,
did tell you because we
washed
saw what
up.
you did in the
Tell
Senate.
me.
Committee will be in order.
Time and I should get back at least...
You don't
45
tell
We'll give
me.
you a few more seconds.
You
I said
don't
that already.
tell me. You don't tell me.
Like I said, it's good.
Well,
The
she's
Democrats are
great.
backing each other up there. That was so good. And she's just having a total. That wasn't even like the highlights of her meltdown where she was talking about
No,
the
it was-
Dow 50,000.
I
What
know.
the
You should be
fuck?
thanking Donald Trump. You should be thanking him. For,
The economy is so good right now. Why can't you just leave the pedophiles alone? I'm serious.
why are
Leave
you
the
worried
pedophiles
about
alone.
eating children? Well, we don't worry about cannibals. We worry about the stock market.
Jesus.
Oh my
We
God!
worry
what
about
world are we living in?
cannibals. We worry about canned labels and how much the soup costs. Okay.
But this is what this is. It's all. That's her job. Is just to go in there, act crazy, so they get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That's
all
filibustering, like I
performative
said.
nonsense, man.
Well, I think I was watching Hassan Piker talk about this, and I think he really nailed it. Where he was saying, just to a layman, she kind of comes off as really weird and not wanting to answer questions, right? That's just a pretty objective perspective for a lot of people that see this. But to the right, people who are already not wanting to blame Trump for this stuff and wanting some kind of an out, they're going to blame it on Bondi. They're never going to talk about Trump because they're in a cult. They're drinking the Kool-Aid. But Bondi looks crazy. And again, as a woman, they're going to take that as, oh, man, woman, you can't have a woman in power. She got to go, man. We can't have these women in here, right? And that's how they're going to view that. And I think that's a very accurate observation.
Man, The times we live in are truly crazy. Speaking of crazy, Timu Goebbels is back at it again. The guy that looks like an actual walking penis. Stephen Miller.
Yeah. Timu Goebbels. That's good.
You put a split in that guy's head and he just looks like a dick. He really would. Here he is. They're going to take apart our education system is screwed. Okay. Our education system is screwed. Mike and I focused on education for a really long time because obviously as a single father, like I said, I got custody of my kids when they were 8 and 10. My daughter's deaf. Fighting for a better education for my kids was always something that I had to deal with. Getting basic services for kids in school is ridiculously difficult. So they're going to dismantle the Department of Education, which we called from the start. But now they're claiming it's so that the government doesn't teach, or the schools don't teach communist ideology, which I didn't know was a thing in schools. But here's Stephen Miller back at it again.
Children will be taught to love America. Children will be taught to be patriots. Children will be taught civic values for schools that want federal taxpayer funding. So as we close the Department of Education, and we provide funding to states, we are going to make sure that these funds are not being used to promote communist ideology. For any nation to be successful, it cannot teach its children to hate themselves and to hate their country.
What?
So these are a few of the areas in which President Trump has fought the cancerous, communist, woke culture that was just...
I don't even know what he's talking about. I went through public school in fucking Idaho. I was never taught shit about communism. I was taught a lot about capitalism.
Right? I wasn't taught to hate America, dude. I had to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I had to learn that as an adult about the flaws in this country. By the way, have you seen Barry? The TV show Barry?
Yeah.
He's like NoHo Hank. That's what he looks like right now. He was the bald guy that was partnering up with Barry. He's like, Buddy, so good to see you here. You know that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Buddy, I'm so glad you're here. We have so many problems, Buddy. That guy. He looks like NoHo fucking Hank. Every time he gets uglier.
Yeah, so in order to control a nation, truly, you have to brainwash the youth. You have to target the youth. And that's exactly what they're doing. If they want an empire that lasts hundreds of years. That's what they're thinking in their heads. We're going to create this white utopia for billionaire pedophiles. And, 100 years from now, 200, 500 years from now, it'll still exist. And the only way they're going to be able to do that is to warp the minds of future generations, which they've already done, obviously, because enough people voted for this dipshit to put him back into power. Yeah, I can't stand Stephen Miller and the Heritage Foundation. Those guys drive me absolutely insane.
They're evil. But this is a really good question from Katzenman and Friends. Do you think Epstein is dead? Yes, absolutely. I don't think this is a thing about this is not going to become like Tupac or Biggie or Elvis are still alive. No, Epstein is definitely dead. Okay.
Do you want my opinion?
Oh God,
I don't know anymore.
Oh, no. What benefit is there to be there was more benefit?
I don't know. Because I can't even eat McDonald's. And here's the problem. So much crazy shit is real now that I can't even eat McDonald's because one of the conspiracies is they're grinding up the kids that they murdered and raped and put them into the burgers. I'm not even taking that chance. I don't even care if that's not true. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not playing. So right now, this whole Epstein alive thing, I'm like, God, I don't know. I just don't know. Because and I say there's a reason I say it. Okay. In Epstein's autopsy picture, he doesn't have a tattoo on his arm. Epstein has a tribal tattoo on his arm. That's what's messing with my head. Seriously, Epstein had a tribal tattoo on his one arm, and they show the autopsy picture where he's laying on the table, no tattoo on his arm. I'm like, God damn it. Now I don't.
But this is fun. Let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to say why I think Epstein is dead. Okay. I think Epstein is dead because there was easier to control him when he was dead than when he was alive. Very easy, as we saw, very easy to fake it and say, oh, this, that, or the other. And there's only so much outcry that nothing's really going to be, even now, even to this day, with all the Epstein files out there, has anyone really talked about an inquiry into Epstein's death seriously? Not really on Congress. They're talking about researching the files, finding out who's an accomplice. Is there a potential case against things that happened in the past? They're not really looking to Epstein's death. So yes, I think he was murdered simply because it is easier to control the narrative once he is no longer around to correct it. Whereas if he were alive, he's going to have all this stuff in his head. He might be able to get, like, what do they call that? Like an insurance policy. You like write down all the details and you send it to a lawyer. And if you die, that gets released, right? It's basically blackmail. But we haven't seen anything like that. So I don't think he's able to do that. So that's my take.
It goes way deeper than I thought. Like, he's potentially the creator of Bitcoin. He's also the reason there are now microtransactions in video games. Like, this web runs really deep. The stuff in the Epstein files is horrific.
It's insane.
And it's way bigger than I ever even could have imagined. And I have a very active imagination. You guys know that.
Okay, but why do you think he's alive? You got the tribal tattoo. Okay, but is there anything else?
No, I don't know. No.
Come on.
That's basically it.
Give me more. Tell me more.
No, I honestly have nothing else. I just, like, I'm not saying he's alive. I'm just at the point where I don't know anymore, man. It's like,
well, Katz is saying
like, they told us aliens are real this year. Everybody's like,
that was insane. Obama talking about Tyler Cohen.
No reaction.
He's like, hey, Obama, are aliens real? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, aliens are real. I mean, I'm not saying they're in Area 51, but I know that they exist and they are real because Dick Cheney was one of them. You know, like, that was his whole thing, that whole interview. So Katz is saying there is evidence he may have escaped. I haven't seen this. Look, you're right on one thing. Like, don't believe anything that this government says.
They did doctor the footage that they released of the night he died, too. You know what I mean? Like, why doctor the footage?
Well, they doctored the footage because they killed him, though, right? What is the benefit of keeping him alive?
I don't know. I mean, if he really is responsible for all this stuff like Bitcoin, microtransactions, I mean, this guy's the amount of power he would have had to have is insane. So I don't know. We live in obviously a much crazier world than I think most of us could have possibly thought of. You couldn't make a horror movie. Like, I've seen one horror movie that might be this horrific. And I can't remember the name of it. And I only made it through 30 minutes of the movie. It's how bad it was.
Yeah.
What? And it wasn't Terrifier. There was something I've seen that is actually worse than Terrifier. And I can't remember the name of it. But this is just bad.
Yeah. I will say this to your point is you're right. We shouldn't trust anything this government says. So I will also say this. If somehow we do find out that Epstein actually is alive, I will be shocked. For about 5 seconds, I'll remember the world that we live in. I'll be like, oh, yeah, we're crazy. I get it. We're in a crazy times. That makes sense that he's alive.
I know, right? I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. But anyway, I want to show you how they're trying to play this off. Like, I have a clip here of Fox News, and it's just disgusting. Like, they're trying to paint Jeffrey Epstein as, he was just a fixer who occasionally got people girls. This is crazy. This is corporate news.
The situation is like this, Dana Perino. Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, then called the cops on him, then arrested him, arrested Maxwell, and they're like, release the files. He's like, you sure you want me to? You really sure you want me to? Fine, have at it. And they're still yelling at his people.
Right.
It's politics. She's got to go up there. She takes her lumps. They scream. I used to think we should treat men and women differently. I don't believe we should anymore. You cannot yell at a woman the same way you yell at a man. It makes you look worse. Everybody agrees with me.
I have to change my whole strategy with Jessica.
No, please keep doing that. We love that. You get an exception. But if you read the Epstein files, and the Journal's done a great job of this, Epstein got his money from 2 Jewish billionaires, Lex Wessner and Leon Black, and a little bit of money from the Jewish banking dynasty, the Rothschilds in Europe. And it looks like he's mostly just a fixer, a guy who advises. He helps people with their problems. Sometimes those problems are, you need a girl. Or
some penicillin.
Or some, if you need it.
So, every time I watch, you watch The Five and it's like being neuralized by the Men in Black. It's like, what day is it? What year? I feel dumber. But this whole idea that Trump cut ties with Epstein is absolute horseshit. Trump was having dinner. It was either Thanksgiving, I think it was Christmas dinner in 2016 with Jeffrey Epstein. He maintained communications with him even past that. There were more communications while he was in office.
Him at the White House?
What's that?
Before he went, didn't Epstein visit him at the White House before he went to
I don't think it was at the White House, but he did have dinner with him before Trump got into the White House, which was 2016. And then I believe in 2017, he did go on vacation with Epstein. There's something like, I don't know that part for sure, but I know for sure in 2016, he was with Epstein for Christmas. So that's one thing. Oh my God, my brain is so fried from watching that fucking. The second thing is, okay, I got it. I'm here. The second thing is that, like I said, I got neuralized. Jesus Christ. The second thing is that Trump's call to the police, where he's basically checking in on the investigation, is absolutely the murderer going back to the scene of the crime. Right? That's all it was. He was just like, so, hey, listen, Mr. Policeman, I just want to know, do you have any other suspects? No. Yeah, so that he was so no idea the things that I saw. So awful. But just to be sure, no other suspects. No. Okay, thanks, bye. That was all Trump's only goal in that call.
Right. Oh man. So I have before we get out of here, let's play this last audio clip. This is Trump on Air Force One, claims that he's been totally exonerated under the Epstein files. What is this? What is he smoking, first of all? And what are his people telling him? Because last I heard, he was mentioned over 1 million times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In the files that have been released. And we don't even have all of the files.
Trump is in the files more time than the page numbers are. That's insane.
Yeah. He's almost in the files more than Jeffrey Epstein.
He's in the Epstein files more than any vowels. Like, that's how many times he's in there.
All right, so here Trump seems to think that he's been completely exonerated from this Epstein stuff.
Go ahead. So Hillary Clinton said in an interview today that she and her husband are getting pulled into the Epstein matter to divert attention from you and that your administration has something to hide. What's your response to that?
I have nothing to hide. I've been exonerated. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. They went in and found just the opposite. I've been totally exonerated.
You gotta be kidding me.
Jeffrey Epstein was fighting that I don't get elected with some author, a sleazebag, by the way. And I've been totally exonerated. No, they're getting pulled in, and that's their problem. I don't know. They got this.
I don't know if that was from one of the right-wing outlets, but if that was the mainstream media, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, whomever, it goes to show how completely inept they are for this time, because they're like, oh, so someone may have accused you of, corruption and pedophilia. Tell me, how do you feel about that? Like they're his fucking therapist. No, you go in there and it's like, are you concerned that you have legal liability here? Right? You don't ask what your response is. You say, did you participate in any of these activities? Did you go to the island? You don't ask him these kind of fucking, but tell me, how do you feel, Mr. President? Tell me, Mr. President.
We need to raid. We need to all do like a collective community raid of Zorro Ranch.
For real. Which apparently
bodies is there, man.
In that same guy's hand.
You cannot fly. You can't even fly a drone over it.
Gosh, I wonder why.
You cannot get a street view on Google Maps. I tried. You can see it from overhead on Google Maps, but you can't get a street view like that. Why would you need 300 gallons of acid? Hey, watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Dissolving bodies in acid is a really easy way to get rid of a body.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We're dealing with murderers, serial killers who did this for sport.
On a mass scale.
They did this for fun. This is what they did for fun. They tortured, raped, and murdered children, and then probably threw their bodies in vats of acid to get rid of the evidence.
They make Ted Bundy look like a fucking Boy Scout.
Right. We are truly dealing, the most prolific, notorious, like they've killed possibly thousands of kids. How many years have they been doing this? Tens of thousands of kids?
Fucking since the 90s.
It's disturbing how they just treated it like it was a game. And if they're willing to do this to kids, what are they willing to do to us? Do you honestly think our lives mean anything to these people if they were willing to rape and kill children and then eat them, by the way? Do you honestly think they give a shit about us? Like, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is why we need community action now. We've got to organize now. You know what I mean? The right wing has funding. The right wing has organizations. The right wing has media outlets. We have none of that. And they have leadership. which we now have. Like I feel like we're starting to find our leadership structure, but we still and we're organizing. We're finally, this is our opportunity to truly organize on a scale that has not been done in decades. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, is we truly have a chance to make a difference right now. This is our last chance though. Okay. We cannot be waiting till elections roll around to see what happens. We cannot do that anymore. Okay. Let's prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Yep. Okay? That's exactly correct.
So, that's all we're doing, man. Love you guys. Thank you for watching tonight's show. Again, I'll be going to Philadelphia from the 3rd to the 5th to the 10th of March. Plus, as far as I know, Chairman Paul and the Black Lions are going to be in Harrisburg.
So remember
this one.
I just got to interrupt real quick. Remember last week we opened the show with Rufus farting. Now we get to end the show with him farting again.
Oh, wonderful. Perfect. Great way to go out.
Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted your outro.
So I was going to go to DC, but instead I would rather be with Black Lion Party. So I will be meeting up with them in Harrisburg as well. So a lot of stuff incoming, a lot of information incoming. Again, if you want to check out our website, it's whitelionparty.org. Reading Materials, our 10-point program. And I'm going to start adding more information to that as well. Love y'all.